Christ lens that will see the wickedness in others and not yourself, is not willing to make the sacrifices, can't even comprehend what it looks like. What's the golden rule? All religions. Don't do the things that you wouldn't want to have done unto you. Do unto others that which you would want to have done unto you. Don't do the things that you wouldn't want to experience. But people do. People don't see themselves. They don't even factor in that they can be that higher self, that version of them. Because that's what you're called to be. You're called to be Christ. You're called to be Christ. A mirror to him, what he did. That level of sacrifice, that level of love. Because that's what it takes to activate the kingdom. You can't activate it. Ye must be born again. So because you don't see yourself as Christ, because you've accepted these lower theologies because they couldn't be understood, but I get it at the same time. See, that's what's so frustrating, is when you see it and you see all these different sides and it makes perfect sense from where they're each at. All the different pieces make sense when you allow yourself to comprehend, and then you can see solutions. But why can't they be? Because the world is anti-Christ. The resources don't get to the people that see things clearly. Because the people with the resources are the ones building themselves into everything. The ones on the bottom are the ones that can see the hypocrisy the most clearly. But resources never get there. They're the ones that are kept down. They're the ones that are harvested to keep the people on top on top. Those people deny Christ daily. There are three versions of you. There is that Antichrist you, but there is Christ in you that's been infected with this virus. And it's created systems that are demented, that are a virus unto creation, unto mankind. And they play you and trick you and deceive you into being that same virus that accepts these lower definitions, that plays these demented games, that accepts this wickedness. Yes, in the latter days they will call that which is evil good, and that which is good evil. Can't you see what the real virus is? Don't you see it in everything? Understand that virus you see in that is in you too. What you do for others, that selfish you, that Antichrist you, that you in the middle, the you are now, when you're not you, focused on you, trying to build you, when you're not you, what you would have done, that version of you, that energy going towards that version of you, what you do for others. You cut off the supply to you. You transmute it to others to build them up. The blood is the life of the body. The flow of energy towards you, you cut it off. And you redirect it to someone else. That builds them. That strengthens them. That activates Christ in them. Because it takes something outside of us to initiate certain things within us. That version of you. So when you lay down your life, because being Christ is killing that physical you. It's an ego death to you. What you do for them is the energy that would have been spent on you transmuted into others. to build the kingdom, to combat the root cause of some wickedness, some place that there is lack, some place that there is dryness. You are the life in that situation. And you know the best way to do that? Your testimony. It's all there in the Bible. Too bad it wasn't taught. Too bad people, it is being taught more. I don't even need to. What you do for them, you do for Christ in them, that version of them, just like you, the things that you can't do on your own, the things that you've tried, where you failed, the places that you're hurt, you're too messed up, whatever the situation, whatever way that broken version of you is keeping you attached. Like, somebody outside of you can be Christ-like and step in and do what you couldn't do. That's the only way that people are going to experience Christ, is when you are in Christ. When you are in Christ, you do for others. You esteem them as important as you. I will try to get somebody a room because I know that they need their own space, and I will not even want to be in that room, in that space, because I know how much we all need that space. I'll sleep out in the cold, in a vehicle, to give someone else that. I'm not me. When we are the only people that can be the truth to some lie. But you know what? You can't be the truth unless you know you're the lie. Oh, I see how, believe me, I know how I could be more Christ-like. I see it. Oh boy, do I see it clearly. And I also see how I can't be some things because of the trauma, because of the damage that this world does, and the damage of not seeing. There are times I would get mad. It just seemed like everybody's lying to me all the time. Then I realize more and more that people believe their own lies. They don't even know they're lying to you. Some people do. That's the other part. We're so broken. It's easy. As long as someone gets you to choose something once, you're just on a flow. It's really easy to initiate a change as long as you just make that initial choice. You activate that initial push. Then you're just on that flow. But then you tell yourself whatever is comfortable, and you believe whatever you tell yourself. Because we're disassociated and see us and things wrong, you accept a lie as truth. You tell yourself a very favorable version of everything that happens. How do you think the two people, they get in a little fight, and you're a mediator, and they both say their side of the story, and you're like, okay, yep, I understand. The truth is something in the middle of both of these extremes, and you extract the key points, right? Well, they're both telling the truth as they remember it. That's what most of the time, and because that's all they remember is how they were hurt and how they were wronged. And then they're dull and numb to how they hurt and affect others. See, that Antichrist situation imprints Antichrist in you, and then you start seeing the world as Antichrist more, and you have to be more Antichrist. It's all just the cycle of hurts and sin and seeing things in this physical realm. Okay, 3 versions of you. Yes, okay, there's that Antichrist worldly you. There's the broken thing in the middle. There's the worst version of you. See, you can be born again. You're born again every time you get new information. But so few actually have the time or take the time to actually program what that information means for you, in you. Actually, don't take the time to consider what those things mean. We haven't been taught how to think. We have only been taught how to go with whatever flow is there. I get that too. That's why in building and the concept for community works. It's like people will choose it. People want to do better. They want to be more Christ-like in all things. They want to, but they can't because they're still that Antichrist version. The world is still Antichrist. All of the deck is stacked against it. That's why community works, even whether it be doing good, no matter what it is, it comprehends the fragmented brokenness of you, and it simplifies so many things. Because we've gotten to the point where everything can be simplified, but it's become so simplified that we're just fragmented, and we've become even more passive. The comforts create more passivity. So the process, well, yeah, that's why community works. It makes it really simple. People don't know how to choose. So when it becomes really easy to choose the right things, people will choose the right things. The problem is it's not even easy to choose the right things. And what we consider the right things all feed the wrong things. So there has to be something free from the stain of all the wrong things that just does the right things. That only, the only objective is the greater good of people outside of all other beliefs. All of the other beliefs have human trauma attached to them, have room for Antichrist motives. As long as you have the right foundational piece, people can be Antichrist